We're only doing short yardage, okay, but we're just gonna practice on our draw sequence, finding our anchor, breathing, a nice easy release. Got a few targets down there. We got a Delta McKenzie target right there that has the quiver wrap in it, which you can see the deer on everything. We got the Extreme 500 from Big Shot Archery. It's white right there, and then right there, the black one, we have the 10X target. Again, we're really only shooting about 10 yards. Just practice on shot execution. 0 degrees outside. We got 2 feet of snow, so not going to be going outside and shooting in 2 feet of snow today when it's 0 degrees. So shoot a few arrows. What we got, we have arrow right here. This is a black Eagle Rampage, Flex Fletch Pro 2.5 veins in white, and we have a lighted knock on there. On here we have, I use both of these, SK2 veins from Flex Fletch. Okay. Same thing we have here, but with a different style lighted knock. And what we're shooting, we have our Sequel 33. This is the original Sequel, the HHA sight, the Tetra Max with, okay, single pin. All right, we got a QAD rest on here, and we got Conquest Archery stabilizers. And today we're shooting the Stands heavy metal 3-finger, big old barrel on it. And again, we're just trying to shoot and work on draw sequence, breathing, and getting a good release. Okay, so we're really focusing down range on what we're trying to hit on the target, which I have a little tiny black dot on the deer target, and then there's a little dot on the Extreme target. Okay, so you can see the red lighted knot goes off pretty easily, nice and easy. Now we're going to use the smaller diameter Rampage arrow. And again, on the target above the deer, the Extreme 500, we're going to use, there's a little dot towards the back end of it where it comes up, where it shows the lungs and everything in the diaphragm. And we're gonna, again, we're just nice, consistent draw, find the anchor, make sure our breathing is under control. Breathe in as you're drawing back, find your anchor, slowly release, follow through on that shot. And wanting to complete that process that way to ensure we're getting the best, shots possible. Yes, I killed that fallow. I'll show it to you. I'll pull the camera down off of here. I actually have 2 fallows there. Let's see, we can do that. So there's my 1 fallow. These are both gold medal fallows. And there's my chocolate fallow. The chocolate fallow I killed down in Ohio. And the white spotted fallow I killed it up in Port Allegheny, Pennsylvania. So, but again, we're just trying to work on, you can see the black dot I put in there. You're just trying to work on good form and release. And again, there's a dot. Now, this is what I like about this Extreme 500 target. This is how easy it pulls out. That's it. That's how easy it pulls out. It's rated for crossbows up to 500 feet per second. Now this arrow, again, what I like about this Delta McKenzie target is on this side, they just have a circle here, okay, that you can aim at. On the other side, they have the scoring rings for, 3D. And it comes out pretty easy. But we'll go back this way, and I'm going to talk about these nocks here for a second. I'm going to hang this back up. If you're not familiar with Painted Arrow Outdoors and their stuff, so this is how I'm videotaping this. That is a big, gigantic magnet, and on the back of my phone, I have a magnet from Painted Arrow Outdoors, but that's their system. And all I got to do is just put my phone on there. It snaps right in there, and it's good. So this one, obviously, I've shot a lot. It's burnt out. This is a lit nock, and right there in the center, you can see a little black dot. That, if you pull it up, would actually turn the light off if it was working. But again, I shot these and have worn those out. This is a halo nock from Double Take Archery. I've been using these for a while, and on this side there's actually a little red button. So this is how easy these are. So I'm going to use my ring. I'm going to put the plunger in there, press the button, and it comes off. And this is what the halo nock looks like. It's got a really thin, narrow throat. It looks a lot like a standard nock, so you don't have to worry about adjusting your D-loop and everything. If you remember when lighted nocks first came out, they were real bulky and they had a really thick neck, and people were having to readjust their D-loop. And so, yeah, stay inside. Yeah. Unfortunately, we do have to go outside. We got to go see my son at college today, but it's cold out. But yeah, these halo nocks were great, and you can see I'm trying a few different types of aim. These are Fletch Flex SK2s. They fly great. The 2.5s I find fly even better, and it doesn't matter if I use a mechanical or fixed blade. I'll show you here in a minute. If you like to shoot 3D, Fletch makes a rear 2.5 vane, which is really messes with people because downrange you cannot see those. So again, just sitting here chilling today because it's cold out. And they said, if you want, I'll go around and I'll show you my trophy room. It's a little bit of a mess down here. We're trying to get things organized and get things finished and everything else, but we can go around and I'll show you what we got here. I can turn it this way. So here's some of my mounts from hunting in Pennsylvania and Ohio. This deer right here is my first buck I ever killed in 1992. And we got a bunch of just other whitetails from Pennsylvania. And then we get into these ones. This one was killed in Ohio. That one was killed in Ohio. That one was killed in Ohio. That one was killed across the road at my house. And then we get into some of my other deer that we have. Killed this one across from the house here in PA. If you like art, Jack Palou Arts. Then I killed these two in Ohio. And we got Ohio, New York, Ohio, and just a bunch of PA whitetail, and there's an axis deer in there. You can see there's another small fallow, some rams, some hog skulls. Then I got a bunch of this trio of deer here. The one on the right and the one on the top are from Pennsylvania. The one on the left is from Ohio. That's from Ohio. I went to Tennessee and hunted some axis deer at a place. That was a blast. Then I got my aoudad, and then I have one of my wild hogs. One of my favorite trophies here is the Sika deer that I killed in central Pennsylvania. It at a guy's place. He's got a wonderful herd of Sika deer, and Sika deer um, are delicious. And we got a ram, and we got a black buck that we got there. So, any other questions that you have? See if we can get any people here with this. What's your favorite animal? What's your favorite animal to hunt? See what you got. What's your favorite animal to hunt or trap? As I'm 100% into the whole trapping thing as well. But yeah, we're just down here having a good time shooting a bow, working on repetition, so we get that good shot sequence. So again, you see the knock on off. You can use your string, just put it on a string, press the button, you're good to go. But you want to get that good shot sequence so that when, you know, that animal you're after, you know, comes in, whether it be a deer, turkey, bear, or whatever, you can execute that shot and you stay into your pattern, your draw, your breathing, your release. And you just want to pick a spot, stare that spot down, and hold your form until you hear that arrow hit. And try not to peek. If you peek, you're gonna go right or left, or up or down, depending on how you peek. And that's a hard habit to break yourself of if you're a peeker. I'm left-handed, so if I peek, usually my arrow is going to go, when I try to peek, it's going to go right. If you're right-handed and you're a peeker, you usually will have your arrow go left. So again, we're just trying to get a good follow through. Make a good shot. And we'll go down, we'll see. Turn this around here. And again, we're just aiming at these spots on the target. We want to pick a small spot and aim. And again, those arrows are skinny, so we're trying to make the most of it and do the best we can with that. So but yeah, if you got any questions, you got anything you want answered, tap it down in the comments below. If you like to hunt exotics, let me know. I can steer you in the right direction. There's a few places I would recommend. You know, you get bored during the winter months here, the best thing to do is go out and hunt some exotics, especially hogs, target-rich environment. You know, all kinds of animals to go after and chase. Hogs are a blast. They're fun to eat. You know, you can go out and kill a few hogs relatively pretty cheap as well. So, but again, anything you want to ask, discuss, broadheads, bows, how long have I been hunting, where am I from, where do I primarily hunt, what do I like to hunt, what I had for breakfast, how long I've been married, how many kids I have, any of those things. So we will see what's going on.
Who have you been talking to for an hour?
Oh, I'm just doing some live stuff. So when do you want to go Did you get in touch with Sam yet?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Anytime.
Is he going to meet us?
But that's up to you. Come up and we'll talk about it.
All right, I'll be up in a minute. So we're going to shoot a few more here before we get done. And we'll jump back on another day. Maybe we can get outside and go outside and shoot longer distances and have a little bit of fun. That's when all of this stuff comes in handy. You're doing the same thing over and over and over and over. You're repeating that proper process of the draw cycle, your anchor, your breathing, everything. Not leaning into the shot, just letting the bow do the work. And you can pick up on a lot of things shooting close distances with your form. You know, if you're shooting close distances and you're finding you're hitting right or left or anything, it might be something that you're just not doing consistently. Finding the correct anchor point, as I said, peaking, not squeezing the whole way, you know, back through the shot, engaging those shoulders, you know, using those shoulders in the back to help you squeeze through that shot. So it's good to look at and good to practice. And make a good follow through and, you know, just have some success. So pull this down here real quick. Hang this bow up. We're gonna take a little drive and go see my son at his university. Drop some stuff off for him today. But we'll show you a good example of what I was talking about. So on my first arrow, I could tell that I wasn't squeezing with my back shoulders. And when I released the arrow, I knew that it wasn't going to be 100% straight. And you can see I missed that black dot. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, that's not too bad. You know, I want to hit that black dot every single time, you know, that I'm aiming. Kind of like up here, you know, you can see there's a little dot right there. I want to be touching that black dot every time that I shoot. And again, that's just kind of the consistency and the stuff that I like to work on, so that when I head out to the woods, I make a good shot, I make an ethical shot, so that, you know, I'm not having deer suffer for anything. So, but I appreciate you guys checking in. We'll do a few other lives and stuff as we're coming up, talk about some different products, and we'll go from there. God bless. Oh, got a phone call. Get rid of that. Take care. Thanks for joining, everybody. God bless.